Oh.
The sounds of preparation.
Jeez, that's nice and loud, isn't it? All right. Everybody here?
Hello.
I think I'm here.
This is time spent listening. Good lord, my headphones. Is that better? Does that sound good for you?
Sounds fine for me.
Okay. Welcome to Time Spent Listening on WFI Community Radio for the what did I used to say? The northern edge of the southern tier, where the northern edge of the southern tier meets the western leatherstocking region.
That's right. And as usual, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons right here live on the radio. My name's Danila, here with John, as well as Andy and Chris.
Hello.
And
Hello
we are in the midst of a campaign.
I'm going to try not to yell so much this week.
Actually, can you turn my headphone up a little bit?
Oh, really? How's that?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, and now that your headphones are turned up, I should probably empty out my dice bag.
Oh my god. My wife heard that, and she's like, what is that painful sound effect that you're using? Is that like a broken... That's just them dumping out all their dice.
Oh, not all of our dice, just all of them that we're bringing.
It's a bag of all the skeletons of all the people I've killed.
Made into dice.
So we're playing Dungeons, and again, I want to remind people that Daniil and myself are neophytes, and Chris is an established and experienced dungeon game master. Andy is his wife.
A dungeon master, too.
A dungeon master in her own right.
Well, I mean, dungeon master or game master, it's all fine. We've said that before.
Our party is composed of John, who's Leodore Summerbreeze.
That's right. The Merciful.
Elf wizard. We have Turla Rockcleaver. That's Andy's character. She's a dwarf fighter. And myself, I am Crag, a dwarven bard.
You don't have a last name, do you?
Splitter of Ears. That's
right.
just what I
Crag
go
Splitter
by.
of Ears.
That's not my actual last name.
No, but that's
Your
important.
stage name.
I've
we
been
just-
sort of assuming that, considering that you're traveling with her, that you're probably a rock cleaver or somehow related to the clan.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Maybe like a
Cousin.
10th cousin.
This is like our 9th week playing, and we just arrived at the...
It's only 9 weeks. I feel like it's more than that.
8 or 9, something like that.
I feel like we're at 10 or 11.
Whatever it turns out to be. But we just got to the place that we,
So we were hired by this group of adventurers to come with them and guard their animals while they go into a dungeon.
Yeah.
Adventure. So
We're
we
like-
actually got to the dungeon where we're going to
we're the bench warmers.
sit there, look out for animals.
Even though we ourselves employ a muleteer, a mule watcher.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he quite qualifies as a muleteer, but, Russ does what he can.
He lied on his resume.
And as we've learned, there's plenty of dangerous stuff in these lands, including a deranged deer that Leodore attacked mercilessly last week.
Look, we're not going to rehash.
We're not going to rehash this.
Turla mercifully finished off.
Yeah, and then there's shadow wolves. There's giant squirrels.
Shade wolves.
Shade wolves. That's right.
That's what
Lorlarian.
Lord Larian called them.
Yes.
So there's lots of scary things here.
So, it's day 8 of your journey. As the morning goes on, you start to see dark clouds accumulating to the west. And by late afternoon, you reach your destination. The dungeon entrance, and I'm using the term dungeon in the generic way that it is used in the setting.
That's how I use it.
It's not necessarily somewhere that people are being locked away, but it's a developed underground place that adventurers are expecting to find treasure and things to kill.
Perhaps somebody's tomb. I learned that word this week. Tomb.
Yes, it could be their tomb.
Okay.
So the dungeon entrance is set into a hillside, making it shielded from lateral view. So unless you're actually approaching it from the right direction, you can't see the dungeon entrance. It has a worked stone facing about 30 feet high, and about 100 feet wide, with a huge 20-foot tall black entrance just leading into the darkness. And that entrance is flanked by a pair of huge 15-foot tall, single-piece carved obsidian statues. They show less wear than you would expect out here, and they depict a humanoid figure that looks somewhat like a harpy, but with arms. It looks... Well, I mean, you've seen harpies up close, and you saw dead harpies after the fight, so you've actually gotten a fairly good look at them when you were cutting off claws and stuff. And
Are they female or male?
this looks more gender neutral, more androgynous than the harpies that you encountered.
Do they have clothes on?
Yes, although
Let's not beat around the bush here. Like,
it's rather hard to sex birds.
oh, I see. You mean they're feathered?
Yes.
Okay.
So they're
these-
wearing little loincloths? Is that why it's hard to sex them? Because they're half person.
You know how you sex a chick? You give it a squeeze. That's how they do it.
You can't do that to a big stone statue.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you
so
mean give it a
basically
squeeze?
what-
Like if an egg comes out, it's a female?
When they squeeze them, and it kind of depends on like where stuff comes out.
Okay.
It's disgusting practice. Anyway,
Apparently, if you know how to do it, it pays well.
yeah.
Anyway, so they look... Except for the fact that they have arms as well as legs, which really functionally gives them 6 limbs.
Right.
Sweet.
They,
Or
except
seven,
for that, they look
depending on their gender.
a little less human than a harpy, a little bit more bird-like.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a matching pair of monstrous statues.
I just want to spend another like 7 or 8 minutes on these statues, and then we can move forward.
Of course.
I mean, is your character going to go and like gently
No.
stroke the obsidian? It seems like something.
I don't want to talk about them anymore.
You sure?
Yeah.
So, the plan is not to go in today, because it's too late into the day. Their plan is to sort of search the immediate area and try to find a good place for camp that is near the entrance.
I could send my snake in there.
Well,
Preferably...
we definitely need to gather a bunch of firewood now that we know there's
Let's
shade
see if
bears.
there's some firewood in there.
Does obsidian burn? Can we chip off bits of the statue?
Anyway, so oh yeah, should we look for firewood? Yeah,
There's a fair amount of scrub brush right around here.
good.
You think that you're going to be able to find at least some half-decent fodder to supplement the food that you brought with for the mules and the
Okay.
horses. You might even be able to find a small watering hole. Probably not a lake or anything, but, you didn't have that much luck with the last proper lake anyway. So you search the area. I'm thinking they're sending you out probably in groups of 3 or 4 just for safety. The area tends to be, like I said, covered with sort of light scrub, and the hill that you're by has a fairly large number of very small caves higher up. You can't easily reach them, but you can at least see them. You finally, after probably 45 minutes of searching, you hear the shout called out to just let everyone know that someone found a good spot. You find a small watering hole with a fair amount of sickly but living grass near it. And it looks like it's a decently sheltered spot to set up camp.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we need a place to be able to defend because they might be in this dungeon for days.
Most likely.
the current plan is, as they've outlined it, is for you guys to set up camp today, and then they're going to keep going in. It's day 8 now. They're going to start on day 9 going in. On either day 12 or day 13, that'll be their last trip into the dungeon. And then day 13 or day 14, you guys are going to be taking off to head back.
Okay.
Unless they find, say, good food resources somewhere, which isn't terribly likely. That's the plan.
A lot of tinned meat in this dungeon. Left over.
Well, you never know.
Like power-ups in a video game, you just touch them.
Yeah, it's from the Nazis. You know, when they had a base here. They left a bunch of tinned meat.
Tin meat. Nazi tin meat.
A more likely thing would be mushrooms and other underground fungi that
Oh, that's a
the
good question.
dwarves can...
Was there a Holocaust in this universe?
It's possible. I mean, there's that brutal
It's
regime in the north.
Hard to say. I mean, given that they
Just
said
answer the
that there's...
question. Did the Holocaust happen or not?
Did a Holocaust happen? Most likely. There's 40,000 years of history.
So
for
you
this
do not deny...
world.
Okay. I'm just making sure. In this world.
In this world.
By this world. I mean
I
that
don't.
world.
I don't deny the Holocaust in either the world of the broadcast or the world of the story.
That's
Right.
probably a
Yeah.
pretty good move.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So camp is set. We found a good place to camp. As you
So,
can hear, the
and
fire
you set up
burning
everybody's
merrily.
tents.
24 hours a day, we're burning a fire. This camp, yeah.
So you've got a supply of water that you wouldn't want to drink, but you don't feel that uncomfortable giving it to mules, even Moofy.
Okay.
And it does not look like a large enough watering hole to really have to worry about giant, horrifying predators.
That's good.
At least in the watering hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's the thing. If it's an oasis in the desert, a lot of things are going to come there. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Yeah.
These guys know what they're doing, though.
But at an oasis in the desert, in the desert, rather, there's like a peaceful sort of coexistence that happens. You know,
I don't know about that. Have you ever seen that video
see
of the
alligators,
alligator
next to
eating a hippo?
antelopes.
Or a
Oh,
zebra?
yeah.
Oh, you mean when the hippo came and helped his little baby
Yeah,
zebra?
yeah.
That was cool, right?
Yeah, maybe
Anyway.
that's what's in our future. We've got a video camera with us, right?
Yeah.
Of course you do. Okay, so not long after you encamp, it starts raining a little bit for a while.
Is there thunder?
Not yet. So you start the standard watch. In the early evening during first watch,
Are you sure there isn't distant thunder?
I'm sure there's not yet distant thunder. Don't worry, you'll have your chance. So Crag is on watch when there's about a 1 hour break in the clouds.
Mm-hmm.
And roll me a spot check.
All of us?
Spot check out.
Well, you're asleep.
I have a +0, so this is legit. And I rolled a 2.
By the way, as I said, the snake's always on alert, but just so you know, if anything happens.
I'm sure it has to sleep sometime.
No, he sleeps when I'm carrying him around during the day.
So let me see.
Well, then he's not on alert.
No, but
During
that's
the
when
day.
I'm awake, I'm walking around. I don't need him to be on alert. And when I go to sleep,
I'll give
he's
them
on
fair chance.
Gotcha.
duty.
Tola
Yeah.
gets a check. And doesn't make it. And Lorelarian gets a check. And makes it. Lorelarian is able to call your attention to something before it stops being visible. Something huge just flew across the moon. Some huge shadow just blocked out the moon for a moment. And it's definitely not close enough that distance is throwing off that sense of scale significantly.
So
It's
not-
hard to get a good picture of how far away it is, but you know it's somewhere between big and, oh my gosh, wet yourself and run away.
Could this be? Can you see any outline of it or a shape? General shape?
Is it shaped like a Nazi Zeppelin?
No, it is not shaped like a
Is
zeppelin.
it shaped more like a bird or like a dragon or an owl?
Roll me an intelligence check. Actually, give yourself your bardic knowledge bonus.
Bardic knowledge bonus. Okay. I have a +2 to check. That's a 14.
Okay. I'll definitely give it to you. It looks like a manta.
A manta. Okay.
Like a manta ray.
Like a manta ray. Okay.
Cool.
So like long, wide wings and a tail.
Cool.
No discernible head.
No discernible head. And it's just floating.
Neat.
Creepy.
Well, I wouldn't say just floating. It looks like it's flying. It might even be aerodynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are pretty friendly.
It's true. Except they killed, what's his name? Steve, you know?
They
An
did.
Australian
Steve
guy.
Irwin.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin.
So. And you don't really see it much after it moves past the moon. It's dark against a dark sky.
Hmm.
But
Big stuff out there.
there's big stuff out there.
He's just trying to create suspense, you know?
Of course I am. But, you know, it doesn't mean that it
Does it
doesn't
help
give me
when I-
one thing to come after you later on.
Does it help when I point that out?
Yes, absolutely it helps when you dissect the storytelling method while we're playing.
Yeah. Anyway.
Really
Nothing
makes
builds suspense like dissection of suspense
Really
building.
helps you get into the story.
Exposition of exposition.
Yeah.
And then this would be exposition of exposition of exposition, yes.
Oh.
So, nothing terribly eventful happens, except, John,
Starts to thunder.
yes,
That's interesting.
the rain begins to come down hard,
Oh boy.
which after the last few days is not a terrible thing. It's been hot and dry on the road.
Do we
Well,
have
now that you had a proper
Any
road.
containers we can set out to catch the rainwater?
Good point.
No, you guys already would have, while setting up camp, filled up your barrels with water from the watering hole.
We'd be better off with rainwater, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or would
actually-
we?
it depends.
Hard to say, I suppose.
Yeah.
So,
Is there anywhere dry that we can put some things that need to stay dry?
there would have been tarps and stuff that needed to be dry would have been left in tents, but, you know, with the amount of rain coming down, there's not a whole lot you can do. So, watch gets switched over, and it's Turla, Torum, and Kletchy's turn. And
I guess
the rain
we
keeps
mentioned
pouring down.
mentioned to them about the manta, so they would know.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you would mention to someone.
Giant winged creature.
Oh, by the way.
So, your watch goes mostly uneventfully. The previous watch only caught about maybe half an hour of the rain. After you guys are soaked for a good hour, give me a Constitution
Sigh.
saving throw.
I rolled a 15. My constitution is 13 with a +1 modifier.
Bummer.
Or I'm at a Fortitude
Oh,
save.
Sorry, a fortitude save.
So
How does
that's,
that work?
+3, is it?
+3, so an
So-
18.
Yeah, not a problem. It was only difficulty 5.
Oh, good.
But, so you don't really have any severe irritation, but Kletchy does start complaining that the rain is making his skin itch a bit.
Ugh.
Oh, dear. Guess it's just as well we didn't have anything to catch the rainwater
Yeah,
in.
it probably doesn't make a difference. Poor Clutchy.
It's good for your
Well,
skin. It's exfoliating.
Do any of the mages happen to know shelter spells or anything like that?
Not with a duration and area of effect that would be large enough for your camp.
It's too bad. Maybe we can find a dry cave in the morning.
So, it's dark and wet and miserable,
Uh-huh.
but you guys really don't see anything. Goes to third shift.
That's me, right?
Yep, that's you, and functionally also Russ and Nualan, Tola, and Trobeck. Russ isn't able to do much cooking. The fire went out a while ago. The rain was heavy enough that you guys just couldn't add on wood fast enough to keep it burning hot enough in the rain.
I chastise him.
You chastise Russ?
Yes.
That's rude.
So nothing happens during our
Sorry,
watch?
Thur.
That's right. That's right, you're a sorry sight.
It's the rain, Thur.
Yeah.
I tried to cook that breakfast, but it just wasn't going to happen.
If I don't get my 2 soft-boiled eggs, toast,
What
coffee,
are we
and
supposed to
bacon
eat?
in the next 5 minutes.
Well,
Russ.
it's kind of cool.
The
'cause
only eggs you guys had with you were pickled.
we're going to have to explore those caves.
Yeah, maybe the little ones up above.
You think that's a bad idea? I mean, once the other guys leave?
I think if we can find a shallow cave.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Good
We don't have anything else to do, although I did bring a travel copy of Settlers of Catan. Should keep us busy.
Catan, that's somewhere to the south, you think?
Oh, are we in the Catan verse?
No.
Oh, this
So-
rain just keeps coming.
Yeah, the rain does just keep coming.
Yeah.
The party of Dungeoneers takes off for the dungeon at about 7:30 in the morning.
Cool.
Maybe we'd be better off setting up camp right inside the front of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
just
which
in
do you
the
think?
doorway, basically.
Yeah, I mean, if those guys are going in there, it's kind of like we know at least right there is probably pretty safe.
At
You
least
know?
it would be dry.
At least after the first day that they get to go through, it probably would be, yeah.
Well, I just mean, they're going to be between us and probably whatever's in there. So, if there's anything in there. On the other hand, those caves would probably could have some deformed creatures living in them.
There's also the risk of forks, where the party would have to take one fork and then something could come in.
Yeah, anything's possible, but I just mean.
Well, I don't want. We shouldn't split up too much, but we could keep 2 people could go up and look at the little caves or something. You know, one person can
Well, we
stand.
can all do it together. We just have to decide whether we want to camp inside that big archway or look for a cave
Yeah.
of our own.
We
So-
definitely have to get somewhere dry, though.
Yeah.
The sooner the better.
So, should 2 of us go and look at explore those little caves up above?
Well, we all go.
Yeah, we might as
Well,
well
what
all.
about I guess we
stick
can.
together.
The mules and Russ.
Yeah,
I guess they
Russ-
can shout out to us if they're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, if one of us stayed with the mules and stuff, they'd probably just get killed along with them. We're not, might as well all stick together.
Well, I don't think we're really planning on getting out of sight. Ideally, what we
Yeah.
want to find is a cave where the
Yeah.
mules and Russ can also come inside.
Yeah. All right.
Something nearby? Is there something
You can check.
man-sized?
There's.
I hope those wolves
You guys,
don't-
when you were looking.
Yeah, I thought we saw in the hill above. We saw little caves.
You do see one that you could reach fairly easily. You're not sure how large it is, but the entrance of the cave, at least, was large enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go there.
let's go check it out.
Is there enough embers of the fire at all to light a torch or something?
No. What time are you guys planning on taking off?
Well, it's about 7:30 when they left.
They
So
yeah.
left. Yeah, we got nothing better to do. We'd do it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's raining.
After breakfast, and the sooner we can get inside, the better.
Is there breakfast?
There's dried meat and
Yeah,
eggs
there's
and things.
Yeah.
food to eat. There's reasonable
Not hot
food to eat.
but there's food.
With all this water, you don't necessarily have to worry about softening up the hardtack as much as you would if you wanted
Sure.
to gnaw on
Yeah,
a piece
just-
of hardtack.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
acid
Yeah.
rained on hardtack. No thanks.
And still the rain came.
It's like salad dressing.
Who's putting you to sleep, this white noise?
Yeah, I guess it is.
So, you guys go in. So, who's going in first to check out the cave? You guys are taking all the mules and
I'll take
horses with
point.
you.
Turles first.
So we're taking all the mules and horses with us? No, I thought we'd leave
Oh.
the...
We'll leave all that stuff. I
Yeah.
mean,
I
guess.
assumed we were bringing them with us so they could get inside the front of the cave and dry off.
Which do you think is more dangerous at this point? Staying at the
I
campsite?
think sticking
or?
together is safer.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's what I meant when two people go explore. But yeah, let's go. Let's
Everybody
go together.
go together.
New Allen explains that it's his duty to stay with the mules. It's what he was hired on for. And hypothetically, it's what you were all hired on for, but
Well, no, we're all gonna bring. Everybody's gonna go together.
Yeah.
We're just in charge now.
I just think we need to find somewhere that isn't being acid rained on. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
so
Like
are you
Ruskin.
taking the animals with you?
The
Yes.
whole party, yeah.
Okay.
We can leave the tents there and stuff.
Yeah, once we find a good place that's safe, we can move the camp.
We're gonna get to this
Sounds
cave.
like trouble, yeah.
We're gonna be like
it
8
really
feet
does.
deep. It's gonna be.
If it's visible, then why, we can just walk up there. I mean, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That's
Yeah,
the
I mean,
idea.
you have to wind a little bit to get up there, but it's quite doable. The horses have a little bit of trouble, but not much. The mules don't have any trouble at all.
Good.
Okay.
Useful animal.
Yeah. Russ is a useful animal.
So you guys head in.
Oh, I could cast dancing lights.
that
You know,
would be helpful.
Could send it down. All right, I'm gonna cast dancing lights in the form. I had a question for you. I can have 4. I mean, this is like I think your discretion. And it's not really in the page, but I can either have 4 of these torches, or I could have, one of them. Could the one last longer if I have just one? It seemed like there were different.
It indicated that you could have up to 4 lights, but different types of light had different numbers, maximum numbers listed.
Oh, really?
So the impression I get is that you could have up to 4 of the torch ones. But if you wanted to do something stranger, that
But-
you'd have fewer lights at your disposal.
Oh, okay, but I couldn't get it to last any longer. Okay,
Not on single casting.
I'll send the 4 torches down there.
Okay. It's a large cave.
Can we see the end of it?
How far into the cave are you going before you...
Well,
I mean, I think the range for the lights is 30 feet, isn't it?
well, it can move 100 feet around.
Yeah.
So we can send it down there, and if there's nothing there, let's jog after
So
it.
you can only send it 30 feet ahead of you.
Oh, okay.
No, 100 feet
Oh,
plus
100.
10 feet per level.
Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to get.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So I can send it 100 feet down there.
It only lasts a minute, but that should be enough time to at least see.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Hopefully we can find the
you
back
send
of
it
the
down
cave.
there. It's the cave. You're able to get enough light that you're pretty confident. You're not going to get a huge, great overview of all of the cave,
Yep.
but you get a sense of the scale. It's maybe 150 feet deep.
Mm-hmm. So it comes to an end.
It does come to an end. There
Okay.
might be like side caves that you
Right.
haven't spotted yet. Actually, give me a search check.
I want to use my dwarven
I don't.
stone
Doesn't.
cunning.
I rolled a 3, so it doesn't matter what.
Ah.
my
Also, I
search
have
is.
dark vision.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, all of
No,
you have. Well, the thing is that
The torches help, though, right?
torches. Your dark vision doesn't function much at all when there are torches or any other good light source. But you do have the light from behind you as well that sort of diminishes
So we
your
could see
dark
fine
vision.
anyway.
You can see fine maybe 50 feet in total, at best.
This let us see the back of
I'm
the
gonna
cave.
memorize a different spell. No,
The thing is
the
that
torches
unless
came
you
in handy
want
with the shade walls.
Kletchy and
Yeah.
New Holland to be going in blind, you
We
need
all-
some kind of light source.
So I have
You want
+4 on my search,
all of
but
us
I
to do
rolled a
search?
3.
You want us
So
to
you
do
got a
search
total
as
of 7. Yeah, why don't each of you make a search
Okay.
check?
I got a plus
I have a
one.
-2.
We do
I
so
got
many
a
spot
Oh,
checks.
Three
crap.
as well. A 4
Ooh.
total.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, roll it
I'm gonna
again.
hit the wall
Oh,
or something.
no, come on. How can you screw up a search check?
19.
Oh my lord.
Okay, not very badly apparently. No real ill effects.
I just don't find anything.
You're having a really hard time getting a sense of direction in here. You think maybe you got too much acid rain in one of your eyes and your depth perception is screwy or something? You're not really sure, but you could blame it on any of 100 things. You just...
Let's build a fire.
I think we should build a fire.
Yeah, dry off.
Russ can cook us a proper lunch.
So... yeah, the cave was full of... further back in, the cave was full of rubble and debris and stuff.
That's good.
Does there appear to be any...
Not filled to the ceiling, I mean like
Right.
Yeah.
waist height.
Oh.
That's not good.
Wow.
It'd be hard. It would be hard to move back through there, but
But the
Good.
cave's been
but
here.
at least the
We should
front
just
area is fine.
Clear out an area and
We're going to stay pretty
set up
close to the entrance.
something
There's-
like camp within 5 or 10 feet of the entrance.
I want to search the cave a little more carefully
Yeah, I
though,
would like
when
to
I
as
have
well.
a chance.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too. But I think first we should
Especially
get
'cause
everything
we failed
inside,
those
build a
search
fire
checks.
so that we can dry off.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to also, while the lights are on, look at the top of the cave, see if there's bats or anything up there.
Oh yeah.
I know, I'm a dwarf. Dwarves know about that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know what I
Okay.
mean?
Go ahead and give me a check.
Also, Crag says hello.
Yeah, I'd like
Like
to
a
do that as
complete
well.
doofus.
What kind of a check? Look
seems-
check?
Make a search check again.
Search check.
I'll try to.
All right, 11 total.
Ha! 15 minus 2. Still rolled a 13.
Yeah, and I'm
Plus stone cunning.
You got a
20.
20, buddy, yeah.
Not a natural 20, but 20 total.
so.
Nice.
John,
Yes.
you can smell ammonia.
Okay. Well, that's
You
okay.
don't really
we can
see
coexist
any
with some
bats
bats.
or anything, but you can smell ammonia.
Mhm.
Just a bit. It
We-
seems to be stronger towards the back of the cave than
Okay.
the front.
That makes sense.
So we might, when it comes to nightfall, there might be a bunch of angry bats coming out.
Yeah. They should be coming home right now.
Actually, John, give me another check. This one would, just apply your intelligence bonus since you don't have wilderness lore.
It's +2. 6. total.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
So,
Bye.
I don't know anything about
You're-
bats. Why would I? You know, that makes sense.
the group of you set up sort of a secondary camp in the cave.
Near the entrance, as far
Near
as
the
I'm
entrance.
concerned.
No reason not to. The entrance rises up a little bit from the inside of the cave rises up a little bit from the entrance, so you're not getting rainwater rushing in.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Excellent.
This is a good cave we found. So, do you guys think we should just follow them into the...
I think that's
They're
a good,
gonna need help. We should just go
I think
now.
that's a good way of getting killed.
Now that we set the mules and Russ up with a nice...
That is not what we were hired to do.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. We'll hang out here. We really have nothing to do, though, right?
Not
We
a
have
lot.
to go out and get wet wood.
Yeah, I guess, we got
Definitely should
our activities.
I'll go do
Dry
that.
off some wood and
Gathering wood and scouting and
Yeah.
making sure
exploring
that
the
the
cave.
animals have food.
I mean,
I
Sir,
take Russ out and we'll go gather as much wood as we can find.
Should we leave a thine for the others?
We're within sight of the opening. We're going to be keeping watch all the time. I mean, we can see the entrance to the thing, right? Yeah. I don't think that's necessary.
Yes, sir.
Besides, we leave a sign down there, somebody else might see it. You know?
that's right. Yeah, the other thing is, there's only 3 of us, right? And we probably
Well,
want to...
3 of us and +2.
Right.
Oh.
but
Humans.
Does one
I
of
mean,
us want to
humans.
sleep in the day? Should we take shifts?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We should definitely take watches. Also, once the storm breaks, we could go back to the original camp if we want.
That's right.
I would sleep first if we do that so that I can rememorize the spell. I think I'm going to switch from Dancing Lights to some other 0-level spell.
Yeah, so let's just set up preparations. We can build nice little stone benches to sit on.
Do you think,
And
you think we're
gather
going to
some
run into
firewood.
any undead? What do you guys think?
I think animals are more like it in
Yeah,
this area. Bats.
Now that they've gone into that giant, it's basically a huge
You
tomb.
might want the dancing lights. That might scare them off.
I
If
think
you-
the dancing lights is actually a good one to keep.
Okay.
Meet something that that is afraid of the dark, or is afraid of the light, rather. Uh-oh. He's looking through a book.
What's arcane mark? Just quickly.
It basically lets you put your name on something.
That's awesome.
It-
Definitely going to
in a
use
magical, effective way.
that. Right.
You can also do it in a secret way that only shows up under detect magic, and you can like leave a personal sigil on an object.
Right. I do want to throw up a couple tags in this cave before we leave. I
You
brought
could-
my fat marker, so I don't need that spell.
I could write a poem for this cave.
Yeah.
You could mark it on the walls.
Nice.
Magically.
You hear something beautiful.
Oh, good. Counter song.
Yeah.
Do it.
Well,
Quick.
you don't have. You'll be
Time.
if you
Just try.
Yeah, I guess
if
I
you
gotta
make
try.
your saving throw this round,
Then you can.
then you can start
Do it.
counter songing,
Okay.
counter singing.
I also. I
Counter
know
song.
it's probably too late, but if I could stuff anything in my ears, or start screaming.
Oh, it's a little late. Yeah,
Oh boy.
it's a pretty song. So, I need all of you to give me will saving throws.
Well, okay. I got a plus 2 there.
19.
Is this a spell-like effect?
No, 19.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
16
then it's
total.
+2 against
And-
spell-like effects.
That's will plus 2, so I've got a 22, 21 on that.
7.
16.
Or wait. Yeah.
The song is so pretty. Turla just starts wandering towards the back of the cave.
Oh, to the back of the cave. That's
Please
unfortunate.
stop me.
I rolled a 21. So I assume that I can resist the effects of this song.
Probably.
Well,
I guess I'll start counter. If I made
So-
it, I've got a 16 total. I'll start a counter song.
That was your counter song attempt?
Oh, no, that was my
Okay.
saving throw.
Go ahead and give me a counter song attempt.
Okay.
It's a performance check, I believe.
Performance check. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I've got a +2 total.
am I going to have to make a
plus
saving
4.
throw every round?
Unless
Or is it like they
I
cast
only
it?
got a 7 counter song. So.
Jeez, that's
Well.
not going to help. That might be worse than the original attack.
At
Your
least
counter
it'll be
song's 7,
noisy.
so, unfortunately, John, you're just going to basically have to make your own saving throw because his counter song is not going to be good enough.
Right.
And what's your bonus? Your will save
I just
bonus?
rolled a 19, and I
Oh,
have
yeah.
a +2, so I got 21. That was my saving
Okay.
throw.
So if you did have to lean back on his, you'd be at a 9.
Right.
But that wouldn't help you.
Oh, I
Your
see.
saving throw is good enough.
Yeah.
That.
But these guys are both screwed.
No,
you made your saving throw.
I just
I'm
need
sorry.
I need a better poem.
So we
This poem
can
didn't work.
stop her, and I assume Russ and the other guy are similarly.
let
See
me
how they do.
Double check.
You mean single check? You haven't checked yet.
Fair enough.
Doesn't
I'll
it make you
quintuple
feel like
check.
it's raining outside?
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, it'd probably be a little quieter in here. I should turn on the.
But the
I should
song
probably
is
turn
so
on the Banshee
pretty.
song.
Jeff,
Well, the moment they're not so much doing the screaming banshee thing, it's the haunting song thing.
I think we can actually put reverb on at least one of our voices. That would be pretty effective. Yeah.
oh, yeah. I
Right.
think I can control it with this thing. Let me take a look.
Put reverb on
Let's
Turler's
see.
voice. I don't know how that thing works.
Oh, okay. Newallen,
He failed.
he failed.
What about
he is
Russ?
starting to wander back.
Rustifer.
Russ rolled. Jeez.
Poorly.
All told, Russ is at 24.
Oh. Okay.
Us is all right.
Russ is doing fine.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you've got Newallen and Turla wandering towards the back of the cave where
Turtle, can
the
you say something?
music is
Just
coming
wanna
from.
see.
I can say something.
I don't think it's doing anything.
Yeah. All right. Maybe next time. So we've got to apprehend Turla and Newallen, and maybe try to stuff something in their ears or something. I don't know. No, are we gonna have to make saving throws every round?
No, just for once for each harpy.
Oh,
You only hear a single harpy at the moment.
okay.
Okay. So I guess Turla's wandering, so you could probably run up to her and stuff something in her ears. You got some wax from your spells.
I do. I could still use some wax. I had something else that I thought would work, but that's classic, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Worked for Ulysses? No, who was that? Was that
Jason?
Ulysses?
It was Ulysses or Odysseus, yeah.
Right,
Odysseus.
Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't put anything in. He got lashed to the mast.
Wait,
Oh.
yeah, he did.
His men, his the
crewmen,
sailors.
Yeah, his sailors.
I just mean his story. Anyway. Yeah, so,
I guess it makes sense to head back there and take care of this thing. We're not going to move the camp, right?
I hope there's only one. Plus, if all these caves have harpies in them. Yeah, I guess we gotta clear this cave out.
There's a faint smell of ammonia.
So she's just wandering back. Maybe we should just ignore
La,
her.
La, 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 la.
Should we just run past her and try to get back there, find the harpy and kill it? Not even waste time trying to...
She's our fighter, man.
I know, but I think we can... If
Yeah.
there's one harpy, we
We
can
can take
handle
it
it.
on.
If there's
You're right.
more than one harpy, yeah, the plan has to change.
do
Unless,
it.
I don't know.
Well,
I shouldn't ask Turla what she would prefer, obviously, but...
Yeah.
I want to listen to the music.
Yeah, see, she just wants to listen to music anyway.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, while she's wandering slowly, we probably have time to do both.
Right, that's...
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I just mean we're going to spend a round, like, tying her up or something.
No,
And
just
New Allen.
sticking things in her ear.
Yeah.
Or slapping her. That's what I would do.
She failed her saving check. She might, like, take the things out of her ears, what I mean. You know what I
It's
mean?
true.
If she wants
Actually,
to.
when you did your... No, never mind. I wasn't making a mistake. Forget I said anything there. I was thinking that I'd made a mistake, and then I realized I hadn't. So,
Very good.
go ahead.
So let's wander towards the back. Let's draw some weapons.
You also could take another crack at your counter song.
Yeah. That renders me ineffective, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's true. Then it would just be me. Yikes.
Wouldn't a counter song break us out of it?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but you have to keep it up. Well, I mean,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
guess
I
we had
wouldn't-
to keep it up in the other battle because there were a lot of harpies.
Sorry, once per day per level, a bard can use his song or
Ooh.
poetics to produce a magical effect.
Unfortunate it is.
And
Alright.
you are still first level.
So the question I have is, if we hit this harpy, she has to stop singing, right? And that would break the song. Is that how it works, or
Yeah.
is it? Okay, so let's do it.
That is reasonable.
Let's go
I'm gonna
find this
draw
harpy.
draw my sling and start walking towards the back of the cave.
Yeah, I'd like to cast shield on myself and follow him. And I know we can't do that in the same round, but that's what I want to do. I should do that so I don't die.
Should I join you?
No, I'm going to
He-
tell
he's
Russ.
He's got a big cooking knife.
No,
Russ, keep
tell
an eye
Russ
on
to
the
try to
mules.
stop New Allen or Turla.
Yeah, Russ, get New Allen and watch the mules.
See if you can stuff some. See if you can stuff something in their ear, Russ. I mean, he's not going to get hurt doing that, is he? I don't know. Don't use the knife. Don't stuff the knife in their ear.
Right.
Anyway, I think it's a good decision to just ignore them. They're wandering slowly. We're going to run.
So you're leaving Russ to take care of the two
Yeah.
people that are wandering towards the harpies.
Yeah. Nothing happened to the mules, right?
No, the mules seem to be unaffected.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember last time that's what the harpy wanted. They wanted the mule. They wanted to eat one of the
Yeah,
mules.
yeah, yeah. All right.
Okay. So, another voice rises up.
Oh.
Two of them. It's
A couple rounds after you guys head back there. So, I need both of you to give me saving throws.
There could be 20 of them back there.
It's true. It's a big cave, 150 feet. 17 plus whatever. It's a good one.
Oh, 18 plus 2. That's another
What is
20.
this? Intelligence? Is that what we're doing? Or
No,
will?
it's a will
So
check.
19 total, yeah.
Yeah. We're
So-
going to crap out on this eventually, though.
Well, if there's enough harpies.
just assuming that there's only 2 back there is just as dumb as assuming there's only 1.
Yeah. Maybe we should put some wax in our ears.
Would that even work?
Might give us a +2 or something, right?
I think I gave you a +2 last time.
Let's do that.
We're going to spend a round doing that, though.
Yeah, but if we got to do this 4 more times.
We're screwed. We're going to have enough trouble just killing 2 harpies.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
But now that they know we're here, they're going to come after us regardless. So
you might be right. Confrontation is inevitable.
inevitable.
All right. We're going to try stuffing wax in our ears, and if we have enough time to, if we could do that while we're running, I want to get back there as quickly as possible before more of them materialize.
Good. You don't... Andy, Turla takes no damage, because I was figuring a d4 -1 for damage.
What? You take damage
As-
from this?
No, this is as
Oh.
Russ
Oh.
ties a rope around your feet and yanks them back out from under you.
Good for you,
Nice.
Russ.
Yeah,
What
Russ.
are you doing? I want to listen to the music.
That's good work, Russ.
Yeah, Russ.
It's good work. I remember this, Russ.
What's your armor class?
My armor class?
Would you be armored right now? Probably.
Yeah, it's the
Probably,
daytime,
yeah. It's the
so-
day. We would have. My armor
Suited
class
up
is
for work.
14.
Okay. Gosh, I think that might have been enough. So he punches you in the face.
Yeah.
Okay then. As I lie on the ground.
So
Rain, stop
roll
there
me a
for second.
d20.
We drove under an overpass.
3.
He knocked you unconscious, and take 4 points of damage.
4.
Ooh, Rustifer.
Well, yeah.
Ordinarily, you wouldn't be able to knock someone unconscious. I mean, is that like a called shot or something? Like Russ is.
She was on the ground.
I don't know the official rules at
He's
that,
just.
for that exact
This is
thing.
just
I
what
just
he wanted to
improvised
do.
something that made sense.
Yeah, and she's also not fighting, right?
And she
just
rolled a
kinda-
3.
Yeah. That was good. It was a good time to blow it.
I suppose this is better than walking into the harpies.
Yeah. So.
So I guess the question is, do we stand our ground and have them come to us, or do we head back there?
Well,
towards
now
their
that she's
lair?
not moving back there anymore, it's, the pressure is not on us to get there
Llewellyn
first.
is still walking back there.
Yeah, yeah. That guy. Russ is going to be on it. He'll get him next round.
I guess we got to keep going a little bit to protect Russ.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want them back here by the mules. They're going to be coming toward the mules. So
Yeah, yeah.
we might as well go back there.
Let's
And
do it.
we wanted to get a look around down there anyway.
Okay, so you guys head back there. It's broken ground, lots of stones, pieces of small trees, bones, large bones,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
a couple of larger bones.
Sure.
How large are we talking?
You're going to get some of that, like a homeless guy or something.
You're looking at like deer
Okay.
and large like goats.
Mm-hmm.
You're also looking at. You think that might be an ogre
Okay.
Hmm.
over there? I mean, it's been dismembered enough, and you don't see the skull, but it looks ogreish.
Sure.
So
So I guess it seems like we're getting close. I might draw my sword.
Sward.
Do we see if we have night vision? Can we see ahead of us? Do we see any
Yeah.
indication of these?
yeah, you're far enough in, and you didn't bring any extra light sources with you back here, so nothing's there to spoil your dark vision. John, you can't see as well, but Crag can see really well at this point, and you can see, you think 3 harpies? It's hard to be exactly certain of their numbers because, like I said, it's all broken up, but basically you're back in a nest.
Yeah.
There's harpy offal all over the place,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
bones. It's a nest. It's a terrifying, angry nest that wants to sing and or eat you.
3's a lot.
3's a lot. Plus, other ones are probably going to come home. Yeah, but we got to kill them.
Yeah, I guess they're going to come
Kill 'em
after us.
now.
I mean, it makes sense. My urge is to flee because we're very weak.
Mhm.
But
This is what we were hired to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Semper Fi.
Is that Elven?
Yeah,
Elvish?
it is.
Okay, so if I can see the harpies, I could use my sling, right? And you can use.
Yeah.
You got to keep going.
Yeah, although, I mean, I might as well use the magic missile that I can't see them yet.
You can see one of them. You could target one of them with your magic missile easily enough.
Is there any way to tell whether which ones are performing that siren song?
You're pretty sure that the one that you can see is singing.
But we already made our
Yeah.
saving throw against that guy.
So
I'd
at
like to
this-
hit the guy that isn't singing yet.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess I'd like to lob a sling.
Yeah. Let's
Lob a
focus
rock.
our attacks too. The quicker we can get rid of each one.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you got a bow, right? Or are you going to use a magic?
I got a short bow, but I'll use magic missile for
Okay.
now. It always hits. Maybe
Alright.
scare him off, you know.
Yeah, from home.
So I don't have to roll the 2 hit. I don't remember what the damage is on magic missile. Oh, what's our order of? Do we have to roll initiative or anything?
Well, just a moment. What I am thinking is we have 5 minutes left in the hour, right?
About 3-4 minutes.
What? Really? Oh man, I've been looking at this clock. Okay, yeah, we don't have a lot of time.
So
you see this
we
clock over
might
here?
want to leave the
It says we have
first-
20 minutes. Okay.
So you guys are going to get first shot, and I'm going to give you your first shots before they respond, and you guys basically have sort of surprise. They know you're there, but the exact moment of attack is ambiguous. They're just trying to lure prey back in right now because they know something's up there. So I'm going to let you guys do your attacks, and then we will leave it at that cliffhanger for next week.
Okay.
Magic missile does 1d4 plus 1 damage.
Right. And you get one of them for first level, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
At 3rd level, I think you get a second.
that's correct.
Right.
Come on, 4.
Woohoo.
4.
So that's 5 points of damage against that one. And Danila's sling. What is that? 1d6.
14 plus. Do I get a plus bonus on that?
So
side?
were you going for the same one,
Okay, plus-
which was singing, or were you going for one of
Yeah.
the...
the same one? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's a 15 total with my ranged weapon attack.
I wish Turla wasn't out of it.
Okay, yeah,
Can-
and their armor class is 13, so...
Give me a 4.
I hope Russ.
3.
It's not too bad.
So that's 8 damage we did? Or, yeah.
I did 5 and you did 3. I hope Russ can rouse Turla somehow. Maybe throw some. Well, maybe the one we're shooting is. Maybe we disrupted the one that's actually enchanting
she's unconscious,
Turla.
So maybe
True.
by the time she
By the
wakes
time
back
she
up.
wakes up.
Yeah, the effect that she's
Maybe he's
under
up
is
there.
from Russ.
Maybe he's up there slapping her cheek. You know, wake up.
Well, right now he's trying to stop Llewellyn.
Oh yeah. I wish him luck.
He's fashioned a little lasso. And... yeah, he got him.
Super.
Llewellyn is
Good
not
work.
making any forward progress. Well, not making much. He's sort of dragging Russ along a little bit.
Russ is worth every penny, by the way.
1% of earnings? Yeah.
Why don't you give us a little poem about Russ? Craig. And so many. See, the thing is, so many things rhyme with Russ that you'll have no trouble doing this. It'll probably seem really good, like something that you actually prepared, not
Yeah.
not something off
Well,
the
I
dome.
have many poems about Rust that I've been working on.
But how many poems...
But the ones that you can do on the radio, though.
But how many things rhyme with Ruth?
Ruth.
Well, lots of them. You just have to be speaking with his accent.
True. And again, for anyone that hasn't been listening, Russ does not have a lisp. Russ speaks with a accent from. I'm trying to recall the name. A Frandori accent. Yes, he's from the land of Frandor and has a Frandori accent, which basically is like a lisp.
So, let me tell you about our special friend. A guy who'll be with you till the very end.
Nice.
Why, just thinking of his name just makes me want to cuss.
Oh,
Of
boy.
course, I'm speaking about Russ. Though he is just a halfling man, he really acts like a big man.
Oh. I understand. I mean, man is. It's hard to find a word that rhymes with man.
In fact, I think of him as a large stallion, for he is our devout companion.
Oh. That's a little too
Russ.
slant-wise for my taste.
Russ,
I thought you were going with scallion there, but
Russ, you'll be with us through and through. You're our mate, and we appreciate you. Thank you.
Well done. Thanks a lot, Craig. And he was busting that out in the midst of battle, which is even more impressive.
yeah, he was weaving it into his attempt to counter song.
Exactly. So that was our show this week. Stay tuned for Stephen Cope with Conference of the Birds up next. You're listening to WRFI Watkins Glen, Ithaca. Danilo, you have the real weather for us?
Well, it sounds like it's raining.
Yeah.
But that's not real. It's not actually raining in game time. I think it's actually going to get partly sunny this weekend and nice. So this doom and gloom we've had the last few days should be lifting.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Well, the
folks.
doom and gloom. This was good.
No, I've loved.
Good doom.
I've loved it.
Good
Yeah.
gloom.
Good rain. We've needed.
Anyway, tune in next week. We'll continue to. I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I think we're gonna all die.
Could happen. I don't know. Anyway,
Hehehe.
have a good night.